Back and forth. We're going to be giving away more stunner shades from Be Bold Boutique, so I'm excited about that. But before we get into that, I feel back and forth about this judicial system and how they're treating our community compared to the community that is they're murderers. The community that's murderers and killers and the ones that does insurrections. Those people. They decide to get chance after chance, striking a deal, getting appeal, getting a chance to decide where they want to stay and lay their head while they're in prison. Let's get into this show.
Yes, we're real here, and as you know, I got something to say. You might like it, you might love it, you might even hate it, but anything you stand by the end, so just comment below.
If you don't know me already, I'm out. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. If you see this, comment below. Subscribe to our show, like and comment, or you can even just follow us. It's very easy to do so. I welcome you to the IGSTS experience. And if you want to join the I Got Something to Say experience, it's very easy. All we ask you to do is just vote. Every Wednesday, we ask you to vote on the topics that you want to see on the show. And that's it. But while you're voting, we also give you a chance to win free giveaways on our show every Thursday.
The activity associated with the governance of African American lives and or when our culture is entangled in political propaganda with a negative outcome.
Welcome to Blackotics, and let's talk about the judicial system. The judicial system is something that I've always strived to break down for people to make them understand it's not for us. It was never made for us. It was never by us. It was never for us, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about the killing of Brianna Taylor. Do you remember her? Do you remember that name that was so prevalent in the summertime of 2021? Well, let's get back into that moment where she was sleeping in her home. Her and her boyfriend was relaxing at that time, probably sleep tired in the middle of the night. They heard some noises. The boyfriend grabbed the gun in protection, and it so happened to be the police breaking into the home because they were in the wrong home. Right? And they shot into the home because they heard movement, and someone shot back, which so happened to be Brianna's boyfriend because he had protection. He was shot in the leg, but unfortunately she was fatally shot and killed dead on the scene. Well, that scene really reminded me of Amir Locke that we're talking about today. So let's talk about it. I know you're wondering, why did I bring up that Brianna case? Because it's very similar to the Amir Locke case. Amir Locke, if you don't know, is right in the news for who was shot and killed in his home. I have a little video for you. Let me break down the similarities in both of these cases, the Brianna case and the Amir Locke case. Okay, Brianna Taylor's case was very similar because of the boyfriend. The boyfriend actually shot at the police once the police actually shot at him. It was no wrong in doing so because he didn't know who was shooting at him and he had a license to carry. That's the similarity. In the Amir Locke's case, Amir had a license to carry. The police used a systematic narrative, which we call systematic racism, also aka a lie in the hood. This issue is that the police created a narrative that the only reason they shot in Amir Locke home was because he had a gun, and basically tried to create the narrative he was shooting at them. Well, we saw the video and we know that wasn't the case, and that's their video, their recording. Let me have this activist explain it to you a little bit better about the systematic racism that the media actually play a part in. Let's go.
As it relates to Amir Locke is the narrative that came out from the Minneapolis Police Department from the beginning. And it was a narrative that said it's okay to criminalize you as a black man first. So what I mean by that, and some examples of that, is we see a picture of the gun, but no statement about him being a licensed gun owner, registered gun, a conceal and carry permit, right? So they issue that, and they knew at the time that they gave us that picture, and I don't want to blame the media, right? Because at the time that was fed to you, you had no other information. So who was feeding it to you? That's a systemic issue.
Keep it on going and talking about this judicial system. Let's bring it on around to Ahmaud Arbery. Do you remember Ahmaud Arbery? Ahmaud Arbery was the black young man that was running in his own neighborhood, jogging every day, just trying to get normal exercise. Well, apparently 3 white men did not like that decision that he made, and they murdered him, chased him down literally and murdered him, killed him in his own neighborhood. Didn't go to jail for months because they knew people in the judicial system in their own local city. It's crazy. Well, the judicial system worked out in their favor because not only did they know the judge, the county clerk, this person, that person, it just took a long time to even get them convicted. But thank goodness they were convicted of their crime, sitting in jail right now for that murder. But the case was reopened. Luckily, the Ahmaud Arbery case wasn't reopened in the state level, but it was reopened in the federal level. And it was just them doing their job. And the reason why you probably never seen this before is because normally in the white people's court, white people are their friends and they're not going to sentence their friends in the state level. So the federal government has to step in and say, you're not doing things right, fix it. Well, in this case, they did things right in the state level, but the family was trying to get them moved into the federal level because they know it's a little bit easier over there. They have a little bit more leniency over there. You can probably dress a little bit nicer and have a little bit more conveniency. Well, this is not the Holiday Inn or this is not the resorts. Baby, you got to sit out that time. So they'll be sitting out their time in the state local prisons as they have committed a local crime. The judge denied that and closed that case. Anyway, moving to the next story. On going with this judicial system. Let's talk about how slow they're moving on this Trump insurrection case. I mean, it's the slowest process. I mean, the year has come and gone. And he's still free doing his rallies, planning on running for president in 2024. I guess they're saying as long as he wins, everything else will go away. He actually made an announcement. Let me announce if he wins that he will be doing pardons for all the people that did the insurrection, giving them opportunity to do it again. Let me tell you what's even worse about this. Did you notice the background? You didn't? Let me make it a little bit closer for you. What about that? Did you see that? It's a federal investigation already against him for the insurrection. I can only imagine if the feds actually looked into those black faces in the background. Okay, you guys, this is our last Do You Remember? Kind of Sound About White, but we're going to stick with Do You Remember because Sound About White last week wore me out. And you know what I want you to remember? That it's Black History Month. Did you know that 12 HBCUs were getting bomb threats over 2 days straight? Did you know that this month? I mean, it's happening this month. I mean, the feds are actually investigating right now, trying to figure out who was doing those bomb threats. Schools were closing down and all that. I mean, it was crazy. Oh my gosh, when bad things are happening in your life, good things always follow. I say this to all my HBCU students, speaking of those bomb threats, something good out of all of this. If you know or never heard of, you should follow Roland Martin and watch Roland Martin Unfiltered. And also download the Black Star Network because I love that network because it gives me the news to give to you. But nonetheless, speaking of Roland Martin, he has a scholarship with McDonald's. Now, he's not paying me to do this. I would love to be on his show and also have my own show on his network, but that's neither here nor there. They're giving away a scholarship, $15,000 with McDonald's. If you go to HBCU and you're over the age of 18, go look at the rules and regulations. You should see it strolling across my screen right now. It is tmcf.org, tmcf.org. Apply for that scholarship. Get that money. I love my HBCU family. It's Black History Month. Let's get that. We are outside. So if you're interested in meeting me, I'm definitely interested in meeting you. Come out on March 19th at this entrepreneur spotlight where my business, the Link Agency, my hair company, Get It Twisted, and also my Chocolate Travelers traveling company will be in the place showing our face. And if you love podcasting, you might see my co-host in that place. I would just say, come in, visit, get some of our raffles, be a part of our giveaway. We give away trips, everything. You think we give away stuff on I Got Something to Say? Come on out to this vendor event and get some of these trips today. You hear me? I be rhyming or whatever. Nonetheless, thank you for watching I Got Something to Say. Thank you for being a part of this craziness that I call political commentary blackotics. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to like and comment. And I love you. And I'll see you on the next following episode. Thank you for voting, and the winner today will have 48 hours to claim their prize and DM the link agency today. Congratulations.